If you don't mind, we would like to have Ms. Harana first, if it's possible.
There's too much background noise. I can't hear you. So who is it that you're calling up first?
Ms.
Hannah and Jasmine.
Ms. Hannah and Jasmine.
Okay. Got it.
And after that, we'll just go by the order on the list.
Okay, thank you. And do we have
Thank you.
do we have any Spanish speakers tonight?
No, we don't.
All right. Mr. Davis, you may be excused.
And with the interpreters, thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Hanrahan, good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Jasmine Hanrahan.
Ms. Hanrahan, looks like I have a number of things here for you. I have charges that go back to January 19th of last year. Domestic
Yes, ma'am.
assault, 2 counts, and 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Looks like you were supposed to be in court most recently on February the 25th. You filed a motion to quash. You were given a court date of March the 25th and didn't make it to that court date either.
Oh, ma'am.
And we have charges for disorderly conduct on June 14th of last year. Again, failing to appear in court at that time. I'm rather concerned about your failures to appear. What can we do about ensuring you appear in court?
Yes.
Oh, she's asking me. My bad.
I'm
What's your
asking.
question?
Hmm?
I wasn't in court. I was on drugs when I was appearing in court. On probation right now. Actually going to substance abuse classes starting Monday, and my PO's actually been telling me to go quash them. It's just been family problems, and I don't know, and I've been trying to get back on my feet.
So how did you wind up in jail today?
My boyfriend had to put hands on me, and I didn't feel safe.
It's about the facts of the case, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
This is not about the facts of the case, Your Honor.
So you were a victim of something today?
No, I just had a warrant out for my arrest.
But the way you wound up in contact with police was because you were a victim today? You said perhaps something with your boyfriend?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's his name?
Joseph Cooper.
Oh, okay, so he was not. So you're on felony probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's your current address?
I'm not living with my biological mom right now, so it's couching.
Well, where can you get mail? What can we do about that?
I have a location I could give to you, but it's not like I'm staying there 24/7.
But you can get mail there on a regular basis?
Yes, ma'am.
And where is that?
2614 East 20th Street.
East?
20th Street.
All right, I'm going to give you another chance to appear. This time it'll be September 29th at 9 o'clock in the morning in Tucson City Court. In front of Judge Verena, who's usually in courtroom number 9 on the second floor. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No acts of domestic violence. You need to comply with your probation and any prior conditions of release. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Jill, going down the list, what's the status on our continues and housed?
Hi, Your Honor.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Trinidad Mossberg. Address you, Your Honor.
You may.
Okay, Miss, I'm begging you to please release me. I need to go home to my babies. I've been gone for much too long. I promise you I will show up to the court dates that you appoint.
I just need to check on something. I'm going to give you a case number, and if you can let me know the status. It's 2100-8428 MI. Oh,
I couldn't come to court on Friday because I was incarcerated. I
well,
was planning to.
Robert, she's got a city court case too.
Please consider my background as the kind of person I am. I'm not a criminal. I'm not out there doing crimes.
I've got 3 or 4 warrants for you, so that.
I know, but that's it. I'm 47 years old. I'm 47 years old, and that's it. That's not hardly anything. And they were all just petty misdemeanors. It's not serious. I'm not a felon. I don't have felon attributes or characteristics or decision making. I don't. I promise you I'm gonna fix this. I need you to please consider that and release me today. I need to go to my babies. I've been so consumed in my personal life, I was unable to pay any attention to that. I didn't know how severe. I just dismissed it. I'm sorry. But it will never happen again. I can assure you. I was a federal employee for 20 years. I have 20 years of federal employee service. Please take that also in consideration. And not once did I get any criminal, not at all have I ever been a criminal during my career. and I plan to start a new career in the Pima County or the city. I just been living off my retirement account, so that's why I've been unemployed. But
I've got charges from earlier this month.
yes, ma'am, I know. I'm sorry. I told you I was gonna go to court on Friday. That was this Friday.
My concern is the charges. We've got repeated drug charges. But I'm trying to check the status on the city court files because I don't have them. But we'll go over, it. You have charges here from Justice Court that are as much as 5 years old.
Yes, I've been consuming my personal life. I'm sorry. I will take care of all of them. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Judge. I promise you, you'll see that I'll have a clean slate. I promise you. I give you my word, Judge.
I'm going to go through the charges that we have, and then we'll talk about conditions of release. I have warrant charging you with criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Charges go back to September 16th of 2020. Warrant was issued almost 4 years ago, September 30th of 2021.
Okay.
Have charges here for criminal trespass, November 2nd of 2020, failing to appear on January 22nd of 2021. And again, additional failure to appear.
Miss, I'm sorry,
Let
miss.
me finish.
Yes, miss, I'm sorry.
Charges of prescription only drugs, July of 2021, failing to appear September 30th of 2021. So 4 years, and you've never shown up in court
Yes, I'm
on
sorry.
those charges. I also have charges out of Tucson City Court. Much more recent charges where you haven't shown up in court.
It was just once, miss. It was this Friday.
Possession of paraphernalia, criminal trespass, and possession of prescription only drugs. I'm seeing a pattern. I'm not seeing you show up in court. On the
I'm gonna show up.
on the justice court cases, the bond is $500. Andrea Waters is appointed to represent you. Court date will be Monday at 1 o'clock. No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs.
Miss, I don't have $500. Please don't do that. Please do OR. Please, miss.
You've been OR'd. You haven't appeared.
I will appear. I promise you. It's Monday out here. Please, miss. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please take this. Give me a chance, please. Please, please, please. I'm giving you. Please, I'm begging you. Please.
You have 5 pending files.
I promise you I will take care of all of them. I promise you. I didn't know I had that many. I'm serious. I didn't know I had that many. I thought I only had 3 or 2. I thought I only had 2.
You've got 3 in.
I don't even remember those.
You've got 3 in justice court and 2 in city court.
Okay, I will take care of them. I will send you the paperwork. I promise you. I give you my word.
Your next court date in Pima County Justice Court is going to be Monday at 1 o'clock. Andrea Waters is appointed to represent you. And as I said, I have charges out of city court. I've told you what those charges are. This is an old pink sheet. In city court, your next court date is going to be October the 16th at 9
Yes,
o'clock in the morning. You'll be released on these charges, and the city public defender's office will follow the case and represent you at least as long as you're in custody. If you're out of custody on October the 16th, you need to appear. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't return to the incident location and provide proof of substance abuse assessment and treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Mossberg.
Evening, Judge Carter Santini here for the accused.
So I'm all right. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with our next 3 in custody, so if we're going to see them or continue them. So
I believe Hudson and Fish are likely still unavailable, but I believe Hernandez has already refused 3 times, and if he refuses this evening, it'll be his 4th refusal.
all right.
What's your name, sir?
Jerónimo Hernandez.
This is Ms. Hernandez.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
Jerónimo Miguel Hernández.
Mr. Hernandez, I have a couple of things here for you. I have a warrant out of Pima County Superior Court charging you with theft of means of transportation, alleged occurred on or about January 24th of this year. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
On the specific case you referenced, Judge, he appears to be on release for a 2024 case that you're not going to be seeing him on tonight, but that's all I was going to add to that, Your Honor.
And Judge, I think he's being held on that 2024 case that Mr. Goodman mentioned. So I just asked for a reasonable bond.
Arraignment on this matter will be August the 29th at 1:30. That's this coming Friday at 1:30. Bond is $1,500. No contact with alleged victims. I'd suggest not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney.
So I still got no boss with anyone. Right. So we'll work that out.
Then we have new charges from a couple of days ago for possession of dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drug, and possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on those charges as well. Preliminary hearing date will be September the 2nd at 1:30, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Your Honor, just that a steps hearing be set and the state's okay with the nominal bond on this matter, given the nature of the offenses.
Sounds good to me, Judge.
All right. Steps hearing will be
So
September the 2nd at 9 a.m. Steps is potentially a diversion program,
Could I go to like a halfway house or something?
yes,
but
that's
that's
all.
it involves some treatment. Preliminary hearing date will leave it September the 2nd at 1:30. And bond on this, we'll do it $500. And is there an APO hold? Is that what we have? Counsel, does he have an APO hold?
No, I believe that it's a failure to appear for sentencing in that 2024 case, so you should have an IA on a bench warrant sometime this week.
Yeah, I'd like to go to approve. It's possible.
And Mr. Hernandez, I suggest you not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney.
Okay.
Do you remember?
We got our misdemeanors and the active felonies. You're muted. I can't hear you.
She knows. I don't know if it was brought to your attention, but inmates Hudson and Huish are not available, so we would move
Right.
to the.
Right.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are.
Elisa Ariano?
Do we have multiple defendants in the courtroom at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is addressed to everyone who's there in the courtroom. Good evening. I'm Judge Shayette. This is the time set for initial appearances, arraignments on misdemeanor matters. It's the time for you to be formally advised of charges against you for me to set conditions of release in your next court date. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates. If any of your matters are class 1 misdemeanors, and most of them are, it's also you need to remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. All right, Ms. Ariano, first thing I have for you is a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court. Charges from just about a year ago, September the 15th, for possession of paraphernalia and driving on a suspended license, and then failing to appear in October of last year. Do you understand when you have a court date, you must appear in court?
Yes.
Because I've got a case here out of city court that goes back to 2017. So appearance in court appears to be a problem. All right, your next court date on these charges is going to be September the 2nd at 8:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court. You don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to engage in a substance abuse assessment and begin recommended treatment. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, then we have files out of Tucson City Court. We have new charges from today. Assault and possession of paraphernalia. for shoplifting, criminal trespass, and possession of paraphernalia. This goes back to June of 2017. Looks like you're supposed to be in court in April of last year. And didn't make it that day. Your next court date on these is going to be September the 23rd, which is also a Tuesday, but it'll be at 2:30 in the afternoon and 3 weeks after the other one. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs, substance abuse assessment and treatment. You don't go back to 1031 East Benson Highway to Walmart or have contact with any of the victims. Do you understand that? Miss Ariano? Miss Ariano?
You're on. Wake up.
Do you understand? Yes.
I was gonna say, because if you're asleep, I'm gonna have to hold you. No drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Transition center right outside the jail can help you complying with getting resources to comply with court orders. All right, thank you.
Let's go back.
Pretrial, question for you. Do you not do write-ups for started domestic violence cases?
We do. I was not aware it was a domestic violence case.
Yeah, it clearly says 133601.
Is this, which defendant is this?
Correct. Oh, never mind.
Oh, we do have that one. I thought you might have meant Duarte, but
No. All right, so you're Julie Corrigan, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Corrigan, I have a citation charging you with domestic violence assault alleged to have occurred this afternoon. Your next court date in Sahuarita Municipal Court, or excuse me, Green Valley Justice Court, is going to be August the 28th at 8:30 in the morning. Conditions of release: no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Scott Corrigan. You're not to go to his residence or workplace. You can go back to the residence with a police escort to pick up your personal belongings. You need to look into behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment. No alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not going anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Corrigan. Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad, and you are?
Arnold Duarte.
Mr. Duarte, I have citations charging you with drinking in public and obstruction.
So like, I'm in the back there. And I'll spike who, I'll hit it up and then have to stand. You know what I mean? So like, I've seen a lot of shit. People are being so like it fluctuating. Or, you know, so it just like, I mean, I know where I live.
Your next court date on these is going to be September the 16th at 8:30 in the morning in the Star Radio Municipal Court. We understand that you need to be present at that time.
Yes, like I already.
Is there release, no alcohol and no drugs?
Like.
You return to the implementation to that part. There's to be no alcohol.
I've seen.
Somebody's talking very loudly and we're having trouble hearing.
You can see the car off. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There's to be no alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not going anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Duarte.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Jacob Perkins. Jacob John Perkins.
Mr. Perkins, I have a citation here charging you with 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct.
Well, that's not like 100% true.
Well,
You know what I mean?
we're not talking about facts or cases. I'm just telling you what you're charged with.
Yeah.
Okay. The allegation is, disturbing. The date that you give me on this one was regular criminal arraignments, and it should be DV arraignments. Perkins. Yeah. But on the same day? On the 2nd? Okay.
So, just to give you some information.
Don't want to talk about facts of the case. So let's
All right, cool.
stop right there. Okay. Your next court date is going to be September the 2nd at 10:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
No acts of domestic violence. You're also not to possess any firearms. Any firearms need to be surrendered to Pima County Sheriff's Department by Monday. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Perkins.
Back to the points. Units, we go back to the.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shayed, and you are?
Alexandra Haley.
Here's Haley. I have several things here for you. I have charges from this morning charging you with, it looks like it's actually from 2 days ago. Threats and intimidation.
Yeah, that was filed by my father.
You really don't want to talk about facts of cases right now, okay?
Okay, but he assaulted me. I'm sorry.
We're not talking about facts of cases. I'm just informing you of what you were charged. Then I have charges here from, looks like June the 3rd.
Yes, my dad is an abuser and an assaulter, ma'am.
This has nothing to do with your father. These charges. They're alleged to have occurred at 4301 East Grant. I believe your father is on the line and wants to be heard on conditions of release. Mr. Elias, did you wish to be heard on conditions of release? Hearing nothing. Your next court date is going to be September the 22nd at 10 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court. You understand that you need to be present at that time.
September 22nd, 10 a.m. Is
That's
that
correct.
what you said? Okay.
Right? Conditions of release, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with the non-DV victim. The name I have listed is kind of top, and you don't go back to 4301 East Grant. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to look into behavioral health assessment and following through on any recommended treatment. Do you understand that?
I am
You're what?
my dad. I'm on court ordered treatment so that I didn't have to handle my dad's bullshit and gaslighting. And don't worry,
So you're
I
on,
have an
on
appointment this
so
week.
You're on
I'm
court.
on. Yes, I chose it because my dad has already assaulted me
Okay,
prior
not
this
talking
year
about
and locked me up with the CRC. I'm just letting you know.
Thank you, Ms. Haley.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Stephen Ryan.
Mr. Ryan. I have current charges here charging you with domestic violence threats, reckless driving, driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs. And I believe that the alleged victim is on the line and wishes to be heard on conditions of release. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, go right ahead.
If he is to be released, I request to the courts that he goes through a detox and mental health program for the sake of our shared child to possibly be able to establish a relationship in the future with him.
Now, at this time, did you wish contact or no further contact?
No further contact at this time, Your Honor.
I'm going to appoint the State Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Your next court date is going to be on September the 3rd at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is $1,500. You're not to drive without a valid license. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. No acts of domestic violence. You're to possess no firearms. You'll need to surrender any firearms to Tucson Police Department within 48 hours of release. You're not to have any contact with Ms. Amstutz. You're not going to her residence or workplace. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Good evening. I'm Judge Shea, and you, sir, are
Your name down.
Charles Brown.
Did you wish to waive reading counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and at either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
No, Your Honor.
I'm in agreement with the state that pretrial services is appropriate here, Judge.
All right. Preliminary hearing date is going to be September the 12th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Pima County Justice Court. You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment under their direction. You need to report to Pima County Sheriff's Department Identification Unit. Today's Saturday. You need to be there Monday or Tuesday. The address is in the paperwork to update your registration. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Birthday probably won't happen, but keep in touch with your attorney. They'll let you know what's going on. All right.
And then pre-trial will keep me informed too, right?
Yep. They'll keep you. They'll keep you in the loop.
Thank you.
All right. Best of luck, Mr. Brown.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shea, and you are?
I'm Malik Khalil.
Been in complaint charging you with domestic violence, child abuse, endangerment, possession of narcotic drug for sale, possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Judge, I would just point out the severe exposure that occurred to the particular individual that this involved, as well as the access to certain substances, but nothing beyond that.
Judge, I would be asking for Mr. Khalil's release to pretrial services this evening. Weighing towards his release, Judge, he is a 3 to 3 on the scale, so lower on the scale. He's lived in Tucson for 10 years, and he does have gainful employment at 2 jobs. Most notably, Judge, I'd like to point out that in his prior case in 2022, he successfully completed his 2-year term of probation. That indicates that Mr. Khalil is amendable to supervision and performs well with supervision. He's connected with COPE, so he knows that if he gets out of here, he has to check in with COPE and start on a recovery journey with that. As for danger to the specific victims, Judge, I would put money on a DCS case being opened here. So that would be another level of supervision for Mr. Khalil. If you're not inclined to release him, Judge, I would ask for a substantially reduced bond of $1,100, given that he is indigent.
Preliminary hearing date's going to be September the 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $7,500. If you post the bond, you'll be distributed of pretrial services. Beginning right now. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No acts of domestic violence. No contact with Kaylee or the children. You don't go near their residence, work, school, or daycare. You can go back with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Khalil.
Put up 750 plus the security car or something like that went down, or your family get in contact with the police. All right, that's not just your tiring situation. Sorry. Go. Yes.
San Diego.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Good evening, I'm Judge Hayden. You, sir, are
Patterson, Diego.
Mr. Samaniego. Interim complaint charging you with second-degree murder. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, I would just point out what's not noted in the interim complaint is I searched his name on Tucson City Court's website. He's got a history of traffic violations, one of which is a prior reckless driving conviction. So he's already had issues with traffic violations well before the incident occurred, where the completely innocent victims parked and just is essentially killed by this defendant's decision to drive intoxicated on the road. That's why the state's recommending the bond that it is based on his traffic history.
Anything further from defense?
Judge, weighing towards Mr. Samariego's release today, he has lived in Tucson for 25 years. He's gainfully employed as a nursing assistant. His wife, Kayla, has verified all of this and has extended third-party support. And while apparently there's some traffic history, there's no felony or misdemeanor convictions, no prior DUIs. If you are inclined to hold him on a bond, Judge, I think 1 million is far excessive. A more reasonable bond of $1,500 should suffice to ensure that Mr. Samaniego makes it to his court and abides by all conditions.
Carter, I did recommend 250, and reckless driving is a misdemeanor conviction.
I heard 1 million. Sorry about that, dude.
No, the only $1 million request that I've seen was on someone that we did not see.
That's my confusion. My apologies, Judge.
Preliminary hearing date September the 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $200,000. If you post the bond, you'll be in distribution of pretrial services. You're not to have any contact with the family of the alleged victim. You're not to drive without a valid license. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not to go anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Mr. Samaniego. And jail has hold been placed on the next defendant. Was that a negative?
Negative, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
I'm William Sugarcaro.
And do we have multiple defendants in the courtroom, counsel?
Yeah, they're filtering in still.
Okay.
And I think they should all. They're all in now.
All right. This is addressed to everyone who's in the courtroom now. Good evening. I'm Judge Shayette. This is the time set for initial appearances. If you have misdemeanor matters, it's also time for arraignment on those. It is the time for you to be formally advised of charges against you for immediate condition of release in your next court date. It is not the time to talk about facts of cases. In fact, it's strongly suggested that you not discuss facts of these cases with anyone except your attorney, and then only when there are no other people present. Conditions of release will always include that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state, that you appear at all court dates, that you violate no laws. There may be other conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. An interim complaint charging with resisting arrest and possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and at either counsel wish to be heard on conditions.
Nothing further, Your Honor, from the state.
Just one moment. Judge, we'd be asking for a more reasonable bond of $1,100, seeing as he's on probation, and there's probably going to be an APO hold in the coming day.
He's been on probation for all of 10 days. All right. Preliminary hearing date September the 2nd at 1:30. Bond is $3,500. If you post the bond, you'll be released to pretrial services, and you'll need to contact the probation officer within 1 business day of release. You're not to return to the incident location. You're not to possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Potato, pistol. Oh.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir.
Stop on you, face. Put your arm. Put your arm.
Mic is muted, so I can't hear anything.
There's an incident at the jail. We're just waiting for it to.
Okay. Mr. Piotrowski, I have several things here for you.
Mike, please, please. Let me go.
I have things here from June the 8th of this year for possession of narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia. Charges from April the 26th for possession of dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drug, and possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date for August the 29th at 1:30. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, just in confirm, we're seeing both felony cases, right?
Correct.
Okay. State would just be recommending the $500 in each case, given he's previously released and failed to appear.
Judge weighing towards Paul's release. This evening, he's a lifelong resident of Tucson and he is gainfully employed. If you're not inclined to release him, Judge, will you just be asking for the $500 concurrent bonds?
Bond is $500. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment as available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you're out of custody. No alcohol or illegal drugs. I also have misdemeanor charges here from today. Possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drug, and criminal trespass. On this matter, we'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. In light of the felony hold, you'll be released on this matter. Again, behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment. You're not to return to the Riverwalk area. Court date is October the 16th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. That's in Tucson City Court. Thank you, Mr. Piotrowski.
Ross?
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Roger Ross, ma'am.
Mr. Ross. I have an interim complaint here charging you with shoplifting, alleged to have occurred earlier today. We'll appoint Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges, and if either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
Judge, just that his entire felony history is for similar conduct, and he was released last month, so he's on felony release for.
And Judge, we'd just be asking for a more reasonable bond than $5,000. $1,100 should be more than sufficient in this case.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be September the 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $3,500 in lieu of no bond, which could be the case in this matter. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You're not to return to any Walmart stores. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ross, you have to say that's a lot, maybe.
Yeah, thank you.
Which way you want? I don't know what makes it easier for you guys. Not the best. It's a thing to see your face.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Cameron Slussom.
Mr. Schlesselman. I have anyone complaint charging with aggravated driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor, unlawful flight from law enforcement, and criminal damage. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and at either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
Judge, I would just note his 2 prior DUI misdemeanor convictions that aren't too old, and he is on felony probation, at least 2 felony probations, one of which was an ag DUI that was pled down to a lesser offense.
And Judge, we'd just be asking for a more reasonable bond given that felony probation status.
Well, there is no hold yet.
Oh. Yeah, but that's above for the weekend situation. I think that'll come. There's no EPO hold. There is now. I think it's just had been reflected in the PPS paperwork.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be September the 2nd at 1:30. Bond will be $7,500. The bond is posted. You'll be under supervision of pretrial services. Absolutely no alcohol or illegal drugs. No alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not to go anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Schlesselman.
Judge, did you say 7,500?
Yes. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought. Hang on. No. And so, no, Shisherman's good. I just checked it. Yeah. That's okay.
Was the other one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon me?
Your Honor. The last, Steve Stan, yeah, he didn't make it to the court.
So he's refusing.
He was very uncooperative in the court. We had to remove him.
All right. Well,
I'm going to assume he was that guy that was screaming earlier, Judge.
okay. We'll continue it until tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Honor.
Thanks, Judge. Thanks, Peter. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. Have a good night. Bye, Judge.
Catch you next time.